hi Quinns, come in, thanks for coming over.
Hi,
I hope the
Paul.
cold didn't shake too much. You want some moisturiser?
No. Are those furs?
Yeah, I've really got into hides lately.
Oh, cool! What am I looking at?
Oh, well, this is a Boston lynx.
Uh-huh.
This is a North American beaver.
Really?
This is a Canadian.
A Canadian what?
Huh? I don't understand. I'll boil the kettle then. Do you need any soap? Do you need to clean up? Lather?
I'm really okay, dude. Ah! Paul, how many times? You can't kill me. It's illegal. It's problematic. It's rude. It's not what friends do to other friends. It's not cool.
You might know that in the good old days,
Diphtheria and slavery.
New York used to be known as New Amsterdam, and it wasn't a sprawling metropolis of shining steel. No, it was a rapidly expanding colony, seizing tracts of land from the Native Americans and exporting resources back home to Europe. Resources like the furs of tiny, cute, small animals, and that's one way that you can score victory points in New Amsterdam.
Yeah, Shut Up and Sit Down doesn't condone the flaying of fashionable furry things, which is why it's good that you can also win by placing buildings in districts across the city, by claiming land and building farms. But whatever you decide you want to do, you've only got 6 turns to do it, making this something of a rarity among what are called hard Euros.
That's not a kind of porn.
It might be.
Well, I wouldn't know. I don't do sex.
Anyway, what we mean is that many European-style games will try and engage their users with this kind of fractal possibility thing, where before you make a choice, you think, well, hang on, that'll lead to another choice, which will lead to another choice, leading to player engagement, or possibly just madness. I mean, think of Agricola. It's great, but can feel a bit like a sort of stodgy German breeding pit where rules and possibilities flop over one another, spawning great clutches of plans, none of which lead to anything. New Amsterdam, on the other hand, is manageable, as Paul will now show you.
So here's New Amsterdam, here's the town, and this is where you'll want to plop down your little wooden buildings. Each district has a special power. You can use that power for free if you have a building in it. If you have more buildings than anyone else, you carry that district in an election. That's a good way to win victory points. Another way is out of town here, trading with the Native Americans. You give them goods, they'll give you furs, and you can send those furs back to Europe on ships to get more goods, and that's lovely. Except you'll also be clearing land, which will scare the Native Americans away. But it's going to give you wood when you deforest, and it's going to give you farmland, which will give you food. And then, as well as these 3 little kind of mini games, you've got these tokens here, but that's happening in a moment. We'll get to that soon.
So we know your life in New Amsterdam is going to see you trading for furs, building buildings and clearing land. But now for the most important question of any Euro game. How do these disparate elements fit together?
So how do all these elements fit together? Well, in a way that's quite sensible. Say you need to pop a building down somewhere in town that's going to require wood. Of course it's going to require some of your wood to build. But once you've done that, it'll also require grain to feed it. So make sure you've cleared land. That'll generate taxes for you though. These people pay money, and then that money can be used to pay for, well, anything, including more resources. So all the disparate elements of the game come together in a way that's logical. Common sense does some of the work for you. So yeah, great, there's all these interesting bits of the game that come together, but you know what the most interesting is? It's the one we haven't even mentioned yet. It's the bidding at the start of every turn, where these tokens are laid out randomly, representing all the different phases of the game, and players bid for each column. Now the tokens represent things like Minecraft
Or
and
alpine setting.
or wrestling, and the idea is to play any of those phases you have to bid for a column that has one of those in and win it, and this is where the jostling happens.
It's actually extremely cool because, you know, not only do you have to get one bid ever, but also you have to put up your player order token, a precious thing that lets you get the first 4 furs or hold the first elections. You put that up for bid as well, which leads to awesome auctions that look like this. 5, 7, 14, 11. Oh god. 14.
15!
You!
So denying people these actions is a huge part of the game and part of what makes New Amsterdam sometimes quite evilly fun.
Yes, but also each of these tokens is so thick with possibility, opening up a whole new phase of the game for you. Being denied those tokens you wanted and being given your money back, essentially, opening up a whole new avenue of possibility as you go for a different column is almost more fun. But yeah, it's just really neat, very straightforward, very simple. Maybe someone wins 2 of these building tokens on one turn, starts filling up New Amsterdam with their houses. Well, what if you deny them the possibility to get any more of these orange tokens? Suddenly they can't hold that election!
Now, a lot of Euro-style games end up with players locking out sections of the board, whereas in New Amsterdam you're more evolving the board, which is just, it's more interesting, and also all the approaches that you take are valid in themselves. You don't need to try everything. You could win by just doing elections lots and lots and specialising in that if you want to go in that direction. Oh, come on. Oh.
Wait, Paul, stop.
What?
You could get a lot of points if you focused on farms. And then you get loads of grain and wood, and you could turn that to gold.
Yes, Quinns.
Well, we should play. We should play again.
Well, it does encourage you to play the game again different ways.
Let's play it again.
What if I traded more? What if I built more farms?
Paul,
get in the chair.
No, I want to play a game again.
It's quite good, isn't it?
It is quite good. It's got loads of clean lines and obvious paths, and it ends early. It's, as a Eurogamer, it's an option, but it's not. It's a bit empty. Yeah. Get village. It's right there. It's right there.
Okay. Yeah.
So put it in my lap. In my lap. So Village, which we looked at last year, is a fine Eurogame. Also simple. Weird stories of your dad who's a civil servant who dies of plague immediately after getting hired, or your one son who wants to leave the village. It paints a story in these massive, broad, colourful strokes. And you want to play it again, not just because you want to try out one of the other 3 paths, but because it tells a story. It's just a more exciting entry-level Eurogame than New Amsterdam.
Yeah, I mean, I liked all the disparate elements. I like the way that they fit together, like cogs in a finely tuned clock, and they tick over.
It's good.
I wasn't really grabbed by it, and I wanted to play more exciting, woodier games like Agricola or Terra Mystica, or the not very woody Castles of Burgundy.
It's like if you want a really cool experience, there are better games, and if you want a really light experience, there are better games.
So we're agreed it's quite good?
We are agreed. Friends to the end.
Yeah,
hey?
no, because I really want to skin you and weigh you, and I think I get a lot of victory points for that, and I'd be pretty toasty.
You would get a lot of victory points for me. It's true.
Okay, Yahoo Answers will tell me actually exactly how to do this, because there's a whole page about how to cook a QUINNS.
This sucks.
What? My phone's been hacked?
Hacked?
What?
Segway! Hey net babies, today's tip. To do today's tip, you'll need to sleeve your cards. And if someone tells you to expose, sometimes it can be tricky to pick stuff up on a flat playing surface. With this daddy cool, just tip the card by slipping the corner of the sleeve under, which you can only do with sleeves. Just bam, like if that wasn't, just bam, just bam. You need sleeves though. Paul, what are you doing? Paul, would you put the camera back up? What are you doing?
This was a complete waste of my time.
No, it wasn't. I needed your coat.